The Baltimore Ravens just finished their first preseason game of the year, and I think it's time to maybe overreact a little bit because there are a lot of guys who looked nasty. Nate Wiggins, Trenton Simpson, and so many more players for the Ravens just looked really good. And in this video, I kind of wanted to deep dive into the film and really break down what we saw during this game. If you guys want more of these videos, comment down below more film. And before we jump into my standouts, comment down below your 3 standouts. I'm going to be, kind of hyper focused on the defense in this game. So if you want to let me know your offensive standouts, please let me do and give me some letter grades down below. With that being said, let's dive into the film because as you can see from this first play, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Nate Wiggins versus Johnny Wilson. If you don't know, Johnny Wilson is about 6'6", big height advantage, and Nate Wiggins still makes a great play. Let's dive into the film. All right, on this first play, what we're going to notice really quickly is it's obviously man coverage, or they're at least disguising it to look that way. As we progress a little bit further in, we're going to see this safety take a jump up here. Now, what this means is he could either be blitzing or he could just be manned up with the tight end. We're going to quickly realize that we're going to have man coverage all around. We're going to have a linebacker drop back into what seems to be a mid-read, and then we're going to have a deep safety as well playing that backside, right? But since this is man coverage with probably one linebacker blitzing, or this guy, is lined up with the running back here, we're going to have one-on-one coverage pretty much everywhere on the outsides. Like I said, we have a mid-read and a deep safety as well that can help out. But what we notice here is Kenny Pickett, once he drops back, is going to focus primarily on reading the safety. Once he reads that this safety is going to drop back, now he kind of realizes, okay, this is man coverage all around, and since it's man coverage, I am going to strictly look at my 6'7" target out here, 6'6" target, Johnny Wilson. He is a rookie, but getting a lot of playing time with the ones here. So I'm going to just look at him and see what he can do. So again, doesn't look pretty much anywhere else. Is completely locked in. Johnny Wilson versus Nate Wiggins. We're going to get a little bit of a, just a stop. Just a nice little hitch route here. But what Nate Wiggins does is he is so competitive. He is not going to let this guy box him out. Throws maybe a little bit back shoulder. But look at this play by Nate Wiggins. This is unreal, right? Stays hip to hip the entire route. Right, pretty much runs the route for him, and then is able to dive over his shoulder and get a PBU. Nate Wiggins is really good. I think today, or yesterday I should say, the man showcased what he could truly be. I know he went out with an injury, but man, he is different. Here's another really good play by Nate Wiggins. This time he is matched up against John Ross. Now, John Ross is a little bit of a smaller player compared to Johnny Wilson, but really fast. Probably one of the fastest players in the NFL. We do see that the Ravens look like they're going to send a bunch of different guys here, right? Including this middle linebacker, getting him in there, as well as a couple of other guys as well, right? Trying to get Kenny Pickett to throw this ball a little bit quicker than he wants to. Now, let's watch how this play breaks down a little bit. So right off the snap, we're going to notice that the safety is going to bite down into what seems to be a hook curl. Probably notices that this tight end's probably going to cross the middle. He wants to be in this general area. And then we have this safety. You can't really see him on the screen right now, but he is kind of dropping back, right? So Nate Wiggins is pretty much left on an island once again here. Let's see how he matches up with a really fast wide receiver. So boom, stays with him, hip for hip. Looks like John Ross gets somewhat of a good release, but Nate Wiggins is there the entire time. Maybe if this is thrown higher and farther down the field, maybe, but that is unbelievable coverage. Again, you watch this, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, dude, I know it's against John Ross and Johnny Wilson. I want to see what he can do against top-end talent, but still, you went up against a 6'6" beast in Johnny Wilson and was able to get a jump over PBU, hip to hip, and then, right, complete opposite, a small, shifty, fast receiver, and again, hip to hip, didn't turn his head for the football, and if he did, could have been an interception. But still, me, that's shut down. That's a shutdown corner. Now, this play is very different for the Baltimore Ravens. What it seems like to me is we have man coverage down here, but everywhere else it seems like we potentially have zone. Now, the reason I say that is when we watch this play break down just a little bit here, we're going to get a play fake. Now, the one thing to notice is the majority of players in zones, what they do is keep their eyes on the quarterback. And what you see out of these guys here, they're all locked in on the quarterback, right? Even these safeties as well, locked in the QBs. And then once the play progresses a little bit more, we're going to start to see the bottom DB down here at the bottom of your screen. He is actually in a zone as well, because he's not really caring about this guy. Kenny Pickett's now going to roll outside the pocket, and to me it looks like Nate Wiggins is fully locked into this wide receiver, right? Taking his eyes off the quarterback. Whenever you're in a zone, you don't tend to do that too often. So it looks like to me he's in man. He has no backside help as well. This is straight man-to-man coverage. Now, going back to the play, we're going to see basically, you know, a deep post here by this guy trying to get rid of this safety, or this safety as well. We're going to get basically a fade route down here. We're going to get a block and release by the tight end, block, and then, you know, get out there. Then here we're just going to get a comeback route, right? Come back to the football, see if you can make a contested catch. And once again, to me it looks like Kenny Pickett is just locked in. Notices he got this one-on-one matchup, no safety help over the top. I'm going to throw this ball no matter what, without even looking anywhere else. I mean, if he was able to stay in the pocket, maybe you hit this down the field, but again, this safety is hyper locked in on just reading what the quarterback is doing here. Nate Wiggins still hip to hip, basically again runs the route for him, over the top, PBU again. I mean, this is all in one drive. This is one drive. Keep in mind, Nate Wiggins had one drive with 3 PBUs versus 3 different wide receivers who offer 3 different types of skill sets. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Let me know. Guys, before we get any further into the video, hit the like button, but also, more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Ravens throughout the entirety of the offseason. Everything you guys want to see from preseason to training camp, and then once the season does kick off, we're going to be breaking down film almost every single game for the Ravens. And if you want more of these film breakdowns, like if you want the offensive film review, just comment down below part 2. That'll help let me know that you guys want more of these videos. But also, we stream some of these games on my Twitch. If you want to watch these with me live, link will be in the description. Go follow that. With that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video. So this will be one of the plays that Nate Wiggins actually allows the catch. Didn't see that pretty much at all besides this one play. We're going to see a little bit of pre-snap motion here by this wide receiver. He's going to get into the inside wide receiver position. He's basically just going to come up, run a stop over the middle, try to fit into a zone. We're going to get a quick out-breaking route here. We're also going to get a drag over the middle by Johnny Wilson. So what to notice here very quickly is the defense is in a zone scheme. So right away, we're going to see no rotation, right? If this was man-to-man, you would actually see Nate Wiggins kind of rotate over with him, and then this guy would probably be right here. But since this guy's playing a little bit inside, you probably think this is a zone coverage anyway. And it just kind of tells Kenny Pickett that once his rotation, once his pre-snap motion happens, there's no one rotating over. So it is definitely zone coverage. So this guy's actually going to blitz in, trying to force his ball out a little bit quicker, which does kind of help the offense in this case. Kenny Pickett sees the blitz is coming and wants to prematurely throw this ball. Now, it is a good thing. Like I said, in this case scenario, on this play specifically, great anticipation throw by Kenny Pickett. Gets that football out. Nate Wiggins actually makes a really good break to the football, and once again is in the area to make a play on the football. But once again, I want to show you the versatility of this dude to not only get his hand in there to potentially force an incompletion, but also this dude is full in midair right now, right? He is not on the ground, and if you don't make this tackle, you might be allowing a touchdown here, right? This is your closest defender. Boom, at the left of your screen. Not really too close, right? So if you don't make this tackle, you're in trouble. But ends up still making the tackle. I mean, dude, even when Nate Wiggins allows a catch, he still makes an unbelievable play, right? So boom, quick out. Once that dude plants his foot, you can tell Nate Wiggins has to try to jump it. And this dude's only going to get better from here. So I believe in a couple of months from now, you're going to see him take that route specifically and take it for a pick 6. Telling you. Dude's going to be good. And then there was Trenton Simpson. Man, he had, 8 tackles in the first quarter, something crazy like that. Let's watch a little bit of his film as well. All right, so this was probably my favorite play of Trenton Simpson, really showcasing the ability to read, react, and attack, and not be overcommitted to one certain gap of the offensive line, right? So they're just going to hand this off to the running back, Will Shipley, and he is, again, going to stay patient. You need patience at times. If you're a linebacker in that second line of defense, you need to be able to be patient. Again, we're going to get a inside zone scheme here for the running back, Will Shipley. And what we're going to notice here from Trenton Simpson is he's going to plant his feet and allow the running back to pick and choose what hole, right? You can go here or you can break off this way. Either way, he is going to be on the other side, right? Now, a lot of linebackers early on in their careers like to just attack a hole, right? Just get into a space and plug it up, which would allow this running back to then hit this hole and potentially maybe make him a guy miss. But again, Trenton Simpson, very, very patient, is going to plant his feet, read, react, and then attack to the football and make a nice tackle there. Again, Trent Simpson was all over the football today, making a bunch of big-time tackles, and that was just one of them. All right, another insane play. Simpson, another run here. This time it's going to go this direction, kind of a counter play. We're going to see him come up. He's going to push a lineman back, which is insane, and then he's going to break off and make a stop. Another really good play here by Trenton Simpson. Let's watch how this one breaks down. Again, we are going to move the lineman to the right, counter it with a halfback draw to the left, right? So again, we're going to see him use some crazy upper body strength, push an offensive lineman back, and then read, react, and attack. Bring the guy down for maybe a gain of a couple. But again, another good play by Trenton Simpson all over the football. All right, this will be the last play we break down. Again, if you want a part 2, comment down below part 2. Another inside zone here for the running back, just going to get up the middle. Again, we're going to see him make contact with big number 74 here, which massive human being. If you ask me, this dude should humble Trenton Simpson. But again, this dude is a lot stronger than you may think. Gets in contact there. And again, look at this size advantage for 74. He should be able to just pummel him into the ground, block sheds at a perfect time, and able to, again, get in there for another tackle. This dude all over the field today, or yesterday I should say. I thought he had an unbelievable game, him and Nate Wiggins. I know there were so many more. I just don't have enough time to break down those other players. So if you want another film review, another breakdown video, comment down below saying more film or part 2, whatever you guys want to comment. But with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post one of these Ravens videos. We will be going live on my Twitch for some Ravens games, so follow that as well. And yeah, see you guys in the next Ravens update, which should be soon. Peace.